Good morning, everybody. I don't know what's going on over here. Sorry, I'm trying to get this going.
There's a new move on.
Morning, everybody. If you're just joining us, we're trying to get everything up here and running, and we are having some technical difficulties. So give us just a second while we try to figure it out, and then we're gonna hang out. Chloe. Good morning, everybody. We are live here at a Coe Riverside Farm. And I guess it's afternoon. It's the day after Thanksgiving. And we're hanging out here with Chloe. Chloe is a baby sloth. And right here behind us is Zoe. That's her area right there behind us. And that's where Zoe stays. So we actually have 4 sloths here at a Coe Riverside Farm. But we have over 150 animals, including sloths, kangaroos, and get this, our kangaroos, you can come bottle feed. So we have baby kangaroos that you can bottle feed. Our kangaroos are red kangaroos or blue flyers. So Ruff is our male kangaroo, and he's unneutered. So you'll notice when you come visit that he has like a deep red tint. And he gets that coloring due to his hormones. So a lot of times when he is in breeding mode, you'll notice that the female kangaroos have a lot of red on them, and that's because he is trying to be a dad. Good afternoon, everybody. If you're just now joining us, we're live here at a Coe Riverside Farm. This is Chloe. She is a 2-fingered or 2-toed Linnaeus sloth. And then right here behind us is Chloe. Chloe's hanging out back there in her hammock, and she's taking a little nap. She had some encounters this morning, and she's just hanging out and relaxing. Can everybody hear me okay? I'm trying some mics, and I just want to make sure that they're working okay for you. Where's everybody watching from? We had everybody watching this morning. I think there were people in England, New Jersey, California, everywhere. Hey, Lorraine, thank you. Guys, we have a couple moderators that help us out on all of our channels, and they do a great job, and that is Lorraine and Sis, because sometimes when we're doing encounters, we can't get to respond to all the awesome questions that you guys are answering. But that's the reason that we do open Q&As like right now. So if you have a question, feel free to ask me because we're not doing an encounter. New York City, good morning. This area that we're spinning over here to, that is Zoe's area, and she is right there taking a nap. I'm trying to turn the camera so y'all can see. That's Zoe right back in there. She's having a little nap. She likes her naps. Good morning, everybody. If you're just now joining us, we're live here at a Coe Riverside Farm, and this is Chloe, and I think that she is about the cutest sloth ever. Did you know that sloths eat 10% of their body weight every single day? And then they only use the bathroom every 7 to 10 days. Can you believe that? But when they use the bathroom, they come down out of the tree and they're climbing down, and they get their booty right on the ground, right? And then when they use the bathroom, that sloth moth is living in their poop pile, and then it crawls up onto their fur, and it's living in their fur when that sloth goes back up in the tree. And then these cute little sloths, this guy right here, in the wild, then they groom themselves. And when they groom themselves, that's when they get the bacteria that the sloth moth is leaving on it and protein, and they ingest it. So, because of that amazing symbiotic relationship that God made, these animals, the sloths and the sloth moths, have a symbiotic relationship. It's pretty cool. Here's another really cool fact about sloths. Do they bite? Yeah, they bite, they chew up their food, but we just don't put our fingers in their mouths, and then we're okay, but they're pretty chill. Here's a cool thing about sloths. Are you ready? They are zoothorans. So try to say that word, zoothorans. So what that means is that they have a hinged spine. So the other animals that are in that zoothoran superorder are three-banded armadillos and giant anteaters. So we have a three-banded armadillo, and his name is Baku, short for Bakugan. And he rolls up just like a little transformer. And I think he's about the cutest thing ever. Good afternoon, everybody. We are live here at a Cowie Riverside farm. Hope everybody has slept off all of that turkey. We have a sloth right here, and her name is Chloe. I think she might be sleeping off some turkey. Okay, she's not sleeping off turkey, but she's just relaxing. Where's everybody watching from? UK, Hazel in the UK. Thank you for watching. This is Chloe, and she says hi. And we actually have 4 sloths here. And right here behind us, right back there in her hammock, right over there, that's Zoe. And then, obviously this is Chloe, but Flash lives behind that room, okay? So that room is super amazing because it's 2 stories, and then it goes all the way up to the sloth suite. Yep, you heard that right. So if you ever wanted to come and have a sloth for a roommate, you can do that here. Oklahoma and sloths are your favorite. Awesome. Canada. What's up, Alicia in Canada? Hope you're having a great day. Excuse me. I'm gonna get a little beverage here. So did everybody have turkey for Thanksgiving, or did we have some ham, people out there? I'm a honey baked ham. I love it. Your mom loves sloths? Well, you gotta bring her. She will love it. She can come be a sloth keeper. So here's the deal with a sloth keeper. If you want like the most ultimate Mac Daddy sloth keeper experience that there is, come to Cowie Riverside Farm and sign up for the sloth keeper. So what that is you get 3 hours with all of the sloths. So you're doing everything that we're doing, which a lot of times that's just hanging out and petting cute little sloths. But sometimes we got to do a little bit of work, like get their food ready, get their humidity right in their room. Sloths need 50% humidity. So when you come and you're a sloth keeper here, you get to do everything that we do, whether that's getting ready for the food, the vet care, all of it. It's pretty cool. Thanks, John. Chloe is pretty sweet. She is the sweetest two-toothed brown sloth here. When they're babies, they're really, really dark like this. And then as they get older, they start to lighten up. And then in the wild, they would be covered with like algae, bacteria, and they would have actually 100 to 200 bugs living all over them. So you wouldn't want to hold a wild sloth anyway. Afternoon, everybody. If you're just now joining us, this is Chloe, and she is a 2-fingered or 2-toed Linnaeus sloth. I'm Kevin, and right here behind me, this is where Zoe lives. So Zoe is like right back there in the little hammock. Let's see if we can zoom that in a little bit, because it looks like she's snoozing back there. Can you guys see her? That's her little head just peeking over that hammock right back there. Afternoon, everybody. If you're just now joining us, this is baby Chloe, and she is a two-finger or two-toed Linnaeus sloth. I'm trying to position all these cameras here for you so you guys can see. Look at her getting her little snooze in. So did you know that sloths sleep 15 to 20 hours per day? I mean, it's a pretty chill lifestyle, don't you think so, Chloe? When she looks at me with those cute little eyes, my heart might melt just a tad. It probably is the best feeling ever, having a sloth hanging out on you while you look into their sweet, cute little eyes. Good afternoon, everybody. If you're just now joining us, we're live here at Echoey Riverside Farm. We're trying to wake up from our turkey Thanksgiving comatose, and the little sloth here is being a good little nap buddy. What do they eat? They eat 10% of their body weight every day, and here they eat a little bit of sweet potato, squash, zucchini, some rice, spinach leaves, occasional fruit, and a protein biscuit. Hey, Michelle, I agree. It's really hard to say hi or say no to the sloths. Do they recognize hearing their names? Yes, and they really recognize like different people's voices. So sloths have monorod chromacy. Excuse me. So what that means, monorod chromacy, is that they only see basically in black and white. So, because their vision is so horrible, when we feed them, we want to make sure we feed them and then let go, because your finger and some squash or a cucumber look eerily familiar. Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, and happy post-Thanksgiving. Thomas the turkey outside is very relieved that he's made it through another Thanksgiving unfeathered. He is a very happy turkey. And I have a very happy sloth on us. I don't know if she's sleeping away her turkey dinner, but it's tempting to take a nap. Where's everybody watching from this afternoon? We're here in Benton, Tennessee. How many do we have? We have 4 sloths, and we have over 150 animals. What is the sloth's favorite food? For Flash, that favorite food is mango. It's pretty funny. One second. San Diego. Afternoon, San Diego. I bet it's a beautiful day out there over in the water. Afternoon, everybody. If you're just now joining us, hope you had a great Thanksgiving. We're live here at Echoey Riverside Farm. This is Chloe. She is a two-fingered or two-toed Linnaeus sloth. We have 4 of them. You can hold 3, but guess what? We have another 150 animals. New York, how's it going, New York? Can you buy one? Nope, we don't sell sloths. What's the name? The name is Chloe. So we have Chloe, Flash, Dash, and Zoe. It is a rare animal, Aristotle. It's very astute. Madison, it is the sweetest thing ever. Do they eat fruit in the wild or mainly leaves? They eat a mixture, and they definitely eat fruit in the wild. Here's a funny story. So you know the little fallow tracking bracelets that you can put on animals and you can wear them? They had a tracker on the sloth, and they were like, why is this sloth moving so much? And they're looking, and every night, this sloth is going all around. Like they're checking all their maps and their computers, and this sloth is just going to town. So they go out there and they're trying to figure out what this sloth is doing. And so what it was is the sloth was at a banana plantation, and it was catching a ride on the little clumps of bananas because they zip line the bananas basically. So everybody that was watching the tracking of this sloth was like, holy cow, this sloth is flying all over this banana plantation. But it was just a smart sloth and catching a ride. Pretty cool, I think. Afternoon, everybody. If you're just now joining us, we're live here at Echoey Riverside Farm. This is Chloe. She's a two-finger or two-toed Linnaeus sloth. In the wild, sloths can live to 20 to 30 years, but did you know there were two sloths in Germany, Jan and Paula, and they made it to 52 and 54 years old. Pretty amazing. If you guys like hearing awesome facts like that about sloths, come do a sloth encounter. We have so much to teach you about sloths. It's truly amazing the symbiotic relationship that they have with the sloth moth, and that gives them the ability to survive and process their food. It's pretty cool. What kind of questions do you guys have about sloths? You gotta have a question. If you don't have a question about sloths, I just want to know who ate ham and who ate turkey. Did the ham win this year, or did the turkey people win? I feel like the ham has been making a comeback. Afternoon, everybody. If you're just now joining us, we're live here at Cowie Riverside Farm. This is Chloe. She's a two-fingered or two-toed Linnaeus sloth. Are they friendly? Yeah, they are very friendly. Does Chloe hang out with Dash and Flash? Nope. They are all solitary animals. The biggest interaction that they do is when they really want to be held or fed, or if they just miss you, is they kind of go, oof, oof, and they make a little sound, which is kind of makes sense because the only sound that they really make in the wild and how they signal that they want to mate is that the female makes a D sharp sound, and that's a signal to the male, hey, I'm ready to mate. Are there sloths with other amounts of toes? Great question. So, all sloths have the same number of back digits. It's just the front digits that are different. So when someone says a two-toed or three-toed sloth, the differentiator is on the front limbs. Another big difference between the two-toed and three-toed sloths has to do with the amount of vertebrae, and then also the three-toed sloths have that kind of perpetual mask and smile that you see. Three-toed sloths will definitely rotate their neck more. They have about 270 degrees up there. And then they even have a couple little extra vertebrae at the bottom, and it looks like they have a stubby little tail, kind of like a boxer. So it's pretty cool. Do they make good pets? No. You should not have a sloth as a pet. We are licensed by the USDA as a USDA exhibitor. So what that means is, for all intents and purposes, we're classified as a zoo. So that's the reason that we have over 150 animals. So right now we're panning over to Zoe, and she's hanging out right here behind us. This is Zoe's area. I feel like she's being a little creepy, hanging out on us here. But hopefully you guys can see her hanging out over her little hammock. Can you guys see her cute little head hanging out? So that is Zoe. She will be, let's see, turning 2 in December. So she's a cute little girl. Afternoon, everybody. If you're just now joining us, this is Chloe, and she's a two-fingered or two-toed Linnaeus sloth. And we have over 150 animals here, including 4 sloths. It's pretty awesome. 3 of them you can hold. Some of the other really amazing animals that we have here are camels. We have Abu and Ed, and Ed is the biggest camel in North America. He is huge. Abu's just friendly, but Ed's huge, so that's always awesome. Then we have micro squirrels, sugar gliders, hedgehogs, armadillos. We have a 3-banded armadillo. So here's the reason that we have a 3-banded armadillo. They are part of the superorder of sloths. Also the sloths are, and giant anteaters. What that means is they all have the ability to curl themselves all the way up into a ball. It's pretty unique. Afternoon, everybody. If you're just now joining us, we're live here at Cowie Riverside Farm. This is Chloe, and she is a two-finger or two-toed Linnaeus sloth. I'm trying to position these cameras just right for y'all, and sometimes it's a little bit of a struggle, so I apologize. Tell us about our sloth. I am. What do you want to know about a sloth? Afternoon, everybody. This is Chloe, and she's a two-fingered or two-toed Linnaeus sloth. She's only about 6-7 months old, but we have 4 sloths here at Coe Riverside Farm. Zoe is right here behind us. That's where Zoe stays. And then Flash's area is right here. So Flash has a massive 2-story enclosure that goes all the way up to the sloth suite. So if you ever wanted to come stay with a sloth and have a sloth for a roommate, you can do that here. Also, another thing we've started doing is cuddle in your cabin, and that's pretty awesome because you get to cuddle with the sloth. What are some facts that people don't know? Let's try this one. Sloths have 46 ribs, 2 sets of 23, and they have a connective tissue that connects all of their organs to the ribs. The reason that that is really, really important is sloths probably fall from trees, like big, huge trees way up in the jungle, once a week. But the reason that they don't get injured is they have that connective tissue attaching all their organs to the ribs, so they don't get that big secondary impact injury that we do, like in car wrecks. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Miller, hey, how's it going, Miller? We are in Benton, Tennessee, halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. We have over 150 animals. You can come and have a sloth for a roommate. We have 4 sloths, 3 of them you can hold. We have Scottish Highland cows. We have micro squirrels, sugar gliders, camels, kangaroos, and get this, we have a baby zebra. His name is Zeke. Fallon has been working with him so hard over the last couple months, and he has been doing great. He has a halter on, he can walk around, and the reason that we've done that is so that in that way they can have great vet care. Zebras typically live to about 40 years, so way longer than a zebra. So we want to make sure that he's well taken care of and healthy. How slow are they? They're really slow. They like to just hang out like this. How many days?
Ace is running around with a lead rope hanging from his halter, getting whipped in his legs.
Sorry about that. I had the walkie-talkie on. It was a little bit loud. How many babies can they usually have? They usually only have 1 baby. And you're going to come visit. Awesome. You will love it, Elizabeth. It is super fun. What's a micro squirrel? So a micro squirrel is most accurately called an African pygmy dormouse. And what that means is they typically would live out in the desert, and they would even hibernate. That's the reason the word dormouse is from the French word dormir, meaning to sleep. So they're little tiny sleepy mice, and they're so small, their feet are so small, when you hold them, you can hold them upside down and they're not going to fall out of your hand because their feet burrow into the little cracks in your skin. Hey Monk, saw you had a question. If it doesn't go through, feel free to DM us. Hey King Julian, you want cuddles? Well, come on. Chloe gives the best cuddles, and 3 other sloths also cuddle. Zoe right back here. She's a good cuddler. And then we also have Dash. Sloths are your favorite? Well, you gotta come visit. Afternoon, everybody. We're live here at Coe Riverside Farm. I'm Kevin, and this is baby Chloe. We have 4 sloths here, and we have over 150 animals. Sloths, kangaroos that you can bottle feed, camels that you can ride, Scottish Highland cows, and get this, they're the micro minis. They're not much bigger than a dog. I think they weigh like 60, 70 pounds. How much does it cost to visit? So we have farm tours at like 20 bucks. I think the sloth encounter is like 70 or 80 to hold a sloth. It's around 100 or so. But don't count on my memory because I might get it wrong. Go to our website at CoeRiversideFarm.com and you can check it all out there because things change and I don't want to say it wrong. Afternoon, everybody. We are live here at Coe Riverside Farm. This is Chloe. She's a two-finger or two-toed Linnaeus sloth, and we have 4 sloths. 3 of them you can hold, but I think Chloe's really cute. Chloe kind of reminds me of chocolate. You'd sell your kidney to cuddle a sloth. Well, you don't have to sell a kidney, but you can come visit. Don't sell your kidney. You need it. Sometimes I think we should offer like an encounter where people can just come and turn on music and hang out with sloths. I think it'd be the coolest. Afternoon, everybody. If you're just now joining us, we're live here at Coe Riverside Farm. This is Chloe, and she is a two-fingered or two-toed Linnaeus sloth. You'd spend all day with them. How many hours could you cuddle a sloth? Well, here's the deal. This is what you want to sign up for because it sounds like you love sloths, which is good. The Sloth Keeper. You get to spend 3 hours with all of the sloths doing everything that we do. So from feeding them to holding them, cuddling them. We have to make sure that the humidity is right in the room. If they've used the bathroom, we need to do that. Any vet care. So if you just love sloths and you got to spend all your waking hours with them, come do the Sloth Keeper. Another cool thing that we've started doing is cuddle in your cabin. So we actually bring the sloth down to your cabin or wagon or up in the sloth suite and you can cuddle them there. So pretty amazing. Right here in Benton, Tennessee, halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. You can come cuddle a sloth. Hey, sweet Paula. It is cool. You should do it. It's pretty awesome. Alright guys, I'm going to go get a couple things ready. Thank you again for all the follows and the shares and the likes and the gifts. That really goes to help the animals a ton. Alright, talk to you soon. Have a great day. Be back later on.